Welcome back to another video from Not Only Trout. If you haven't taken a moment, please go ahead and click subscribe for more fly tying videos. Today we're going to be tying up the Griffith gnat. In the vise we have a size 16 Moonlit ML052 hook, and we're using some Semperfli Nano Silk and 30 denier. Go ahead and tie in your thread and leave the tag end. And you're going to want to leave this a little long. I recommend 6 to 10 inches worth of thread just to make it easier to hold on to, and drag that back towards the back of your vise so you can have it hang off. Next, right at the bend of the hook, we'll tie in some peacock herl. I like using 2 strands. You can use 1, you can use 3, do whatever feels natural to you. Tie that in, clip off your tag ends, and advance your thread all the way up to the eye of the hook. Then you'll take your peacock herl, hold it together, and start wrapping that around the hook in nice tight touching wraps. It allows you to fill in a nice peacock body. And that's why I like using 2 of them. I don't feel like I trap as much of the peacock herl under there. And it allows me to get a pretty even and smooth body. And I really like how that turns out. Once we get all the way up to the front of the hook, leave about an eye's worth of space on there and tie off your peacock herl. We can do that with a couple of quick tight wraps. And it doesn't need to be super clean, but just get it tied off. And once we tie that off with a couple of tight tying and wraps, we'll go ahead and clip off our excess peacock herl. Once we clip that off, we'll go ahead and tie in a grizzly hackle. This is a hackle that I got from Wedding Farms. It's a size 16 grizzly hackle, and it's from their 100 packs. Great little value pack to be able to get right there. So go ahead and start wrapping this in, and wrap with open spiral wraps towards the back of the hook. And you can vary the distance between the wraps on this. Do whatever feels natural to you. And once you get back to the back of that peacock right at the bend of the hook, you're going to go ahead and grab that tag end that you left on from when we tied in and catch the hackle and tie that off. This time I'm going to go ahead and do 3 tight wraps, and then you're going to start wrapping that thread forward as a rib to help secure everything in, and wiggle your thread back and forth as you advance forward and open wraps, not touching wraps. Give yourself a little bit of room there. That'll help increase the durability of both your hackle and the peacock that's underneath it. Once you're all the way forward, go ahead and tie that off. I like wrapping around the thread itself a couple of times and then tie it in. This 18-aught or 30 denier nano silk is super thin, so it doesn't build up a big head. You can see that I've wrapped several times and I still have a nice little head there. So go ahead, trim off your tag end once that's tied in, and then you'll go ahead and go back and trim off your hackle. And then you'll go ahead and throw in a 3 or 4 turn whip finish. With this thread being so thin, you could even get away with 2 whip finishes. It'll allow it to increase the durability. Once your whip finish is done, go ahead and clip your thread. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab some Raid Zap Thin. Put a little dab of that right on the head so nothing comes undone. Grab your UV light and hit that so that it cures nice and hard and doesn't give you any issues. Once you do those 2 things, your fly is complete. It's ready to go swimming and catch some fish. As always, a like and a subscribe definitely helps the channel. All of the materials are listed in the description below with links where you can grab them. Thank you for watching, and tight lines.